Assalamu alaikum student. Today I am going to explain the remaining part of hypermetropia. Today I will explain signs of hypermetropia, diagnosis of hypermetropia, normal variations, severity, complications and treatment of hypermetropia. This is an easy topic. Half of this topic we have explained today. I will just explain the remaining parts. First of all, I am going to explain the signs of hypermetropia. First of all, patient comes to us with decreased vision. We take the patient complains of blurry vision at near. When we will see if axial length is decreased, then this will be axial hypermetropia. If the curvature of cornea is changed, then this is curvaitural hypermetropia. One thing that is necessary to explain is papillary edema. What are the signs which we see during the fundus examination of hypermetropic patient? If a hypermetropic patient comes to us and we will examine the fundus of that patient, then we can see a little bit papilloedema in that patient. And papilloedema, this is not real papilloedema, this is pseudo papilloedema. Why this is papilloedema? This is because of excessive accommodation, because patient vision is so much decreased, then patient tries to see clearly, and for this purpose he uses excessive accommodation. Then because of this there will be edema and fundus. But this edema will be in case if refractive error is more than 5 diopter. If refractive error is less than 5 diopter, there will be no papilloedema. These are the signs of hypermetropia. Now diagnosis. How we can diagnose the hypermetropia? With the help of A scan, by ultrasonography we can diagnose hypermetropia. With the help of autoref we can diagnose hypermetropia. With the help, most important thing to diagnose is retinoscope. With the help of retinoscope we can diagnose hypermetropia. Third thing is normal variation. This is important point for objective point of view. At the birth time, all the children have 2 to 3 diopter sphere of hypermetropia. This remains till to the age of 6 to 7 years, but it will recover with the passage of the time. With these hypermetropia, child can see clearly because they use accommodation. When they use accommodation, then they can see clearly. There is no problem with this hypermetropia. Now what is the severity of hypermetropia? If our hypermetropia is less than 2 diopter sphere, then we can say it's low hypermetropia. It's a little bit hypermetropia because child can cover or patient can cover this hypermetropia with the help of by using accommodation. If this is hypermetropia 2 to 5 diopter sphere, then this is moderate hypermetropia. If this hypermetropia is more than 5 diopter sphere, then this is high hypermetropia. In this case, patient will feel difficulty in seeing. He have to use glasses for clear vision, and there can be edema in this case at the fundus of the patient. Now I am going to explain what are the complications. The most important complication in case of hypermetropia is lazy eye, which we call as amblyopia. What is amblyopia? In this case there will be lazy movements of the eye because of excessive accommodation. When vision of patient is weak, then he use excessive accommodation to see the objects clearly. Because of excessive accommodation, then there will be the eye structures will feel fatigued. When because of this fatigue, then eye structures become lazy. This is amblyopia. In this case, mostly child in amblyopia develops in one eye, and child ignore this because they don't know, because they continue to see with the other eye. Then the amblyopia develops in their eyes. This is the most important complication of hypermetropia. Now we are going towards the treatment of hypermetropia. This is the most important part. Here we can treat amblyopia surgically as well as non-surgically. You know very well, I have explained myopia. It's also we can treat myopia with spectacle and contact lenses. Here we can also treat the hypermetropia with the help of spectacles as well as with the help of contact lenses. But contact lenses, older patient, aged patient cannot use contact lenses. The contact lens we can provide only to younger patients. Second one is surgical treatment. How we can treat hypermetropia surgically? There are 3 procedures for the surgical treatment of hypermetropia. You have to listen sensitively these steps, these procedures. First procedure, here we can change the curvature of the cornea. This is called as PRK, photorefractive keratectomy. We do the curvature of cornea more steeper. And other one is LASIK. There is these are same procedure. There is just one difference between these 2 procedures. If we do this procedure with the help of laser, then this is called as LASIK. If we are doing this procedure surgically, manually, this is called as PRK, photorefractive keratectomy. The third procedure where we do treat the hypermetropia surgically is conductive keratoplasty. Conductive keratoplasty, here what we do, here we will remove the stroma of the cornea and replace this stroma with a new stroma. Then this is called as conductive keratoplasty. These are 3 surgical treatment options for hypermetropia, and I have explained the hypermetropia in detail. Now if you have any questions, you can ask me. We will come with another video. Thank you so much.